opposition today united in outrage against how farmers were being treated on Constitution Day. Joining me now is Harsimrat Kaur Badal, and the NDTV newsmaker of tonight. She's also a former Union Cabinet Minister and currently the MP from Bhatinda. Harsimrat ji, you tweeted today saying this is a murder of democracy on Constitution Day. Why did you say that?
Well, on a day that we are celebrating the Constitution, which gives us the freedom of speech and the freedom to air our views, on such a day, a peaceful protest by the Annadatas to have their apprehensions addressed by the center, and the kind of brute force which was used against these poor peaceful people who for 3 months have been sitting on railway tracks and on roads waiting to be heard, who have been called to Delhi with marathon 7-hour meetings and yet nothing has been solved, whose good strains of Punjab have been stopped at a time when wheat sowing is in progress and urea is needed. Now when they want to march peacefully to Delhi to tell the country and tell the central government to back off from their rigid stand, you water cannon them on a day, old men, women, young children on a day where it's cold and it's raining. You lathi charge them, you tear gas them. I mean, are these people enemies of the state? Are these poor farmers the Annadata who's given up everything over last 40 years to make India food surplus? When we used to beg our foreign countries for food, it are these very farmers who actually ensure the food security of India. And today on Constitution Day, they've been muzzled and treated like this. What is a more black day for democracy if not today?
But let me ask you, Harsimrat ji, what the government and the BJP says and what those who disagree. Many people say the farm laws are a much needed reform which will actually benefit the farmers, that these farmers are mainly from Punjab. It's only one state which is protesting. What about in Uttar Pradesh? What about in Bihar, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh? We're not seeing these protests. That the farmers are being used as political pawns by your party, by the Congress party and others.
Well, I thought 3 months should be long enough for intelligent people to understand. And just the fact that because they are farmers and maybe they are illiterate and maybe because they are poor, to think that they don't understand anything, I think that's insulting them. Here are people who for 3 months, and I think they understood the government's intentions even before we political parties did. And then other people or maybe the media did. These guys had understood it much before. I mean, I think we fell for it that their apprehensions would be heard, and they kept saying from day one, we have no faith in what they are saying. They are going to take away the MSP. They are going to stop government purchase. And a whole lands are going to be taken over by the rich. They're not going to listen. That's why they had insisted that even after the agriculture minister gave it in writing, they said put it down in the part of the law, which the government has steadfastly refused to do and refused to listen and address their apprehension, which has only increased the apprehensions of these farmers about the intentions of this government.
But Harsimrat, there was this widespread
center. Well, as it is, farmers of India versus the center, and you're mistaken. Punjab farmers are way more progressive. We brought about the Green Revolution. But believe me, the farmers of UP, of Uttarakhand, of MP and of Karnataka throughout the country understand that this is not something which is going to go in their favor. And you will soon find that maybe the lead was taken by the farmers of Punjab who understand better, but you have the entire nation's farmers joining into this agitation.
But Harsimrat ji, the opposition has talks about the anti-farmer policies of the government, etc. But as we see, as we just saw in Bihar, for instance, the BJP is winning election after election. So if there was this widespread opposition to the Prime Minister and the government's economic policies, to the farm reforms, why wouldn't we see it expressed in elections or at the ballot boxes, at the EVMs?
Well, state elections are forming a different kind of government at the state level and on several fought on different issues. But I would even say in Bihar, they barely scraped through. But let's come to a by-election, which by and large ruling parties always win. In my neighboring state, Haryana, which is ruled by the BJP, they lost by 12,000 votes. And they may have picked up all the Kisan leaders over the last 24 hours and put them into jail. And because of the kind of brute pressure they are using on the Punjab Kisans, you can imagine what they must be doing in their own state. But believe me, the farmers of Haryana are all with the farmers of Punjab. The UP farmers are with us. From Karnataka to north to south, all farmers are collecting because they have not been consulted. They are not convinced by what the central government is telling them that this is for their good. And I do not understand the rigid stand of the government. This is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy. If you're not being able to convince them that it's for their good, why not hear them out and appease them? Why are you pushing an agitation in the country which is already fighting enough external forces and a pandemic. Why are you putting the farmers into an agitated mode as well?
In fact, the government says that's why they're not allowing these protests. The government, Agriculture Minister just said, I'm ready for talks on 3rd of December. But both Haryana and Delhi have said we can't have these protests at the time of a corona pandemic. Do you agree with that?
Well, how is it that when Bihar elections were going on, then this very same government had allowed huge gatherings because it was election and they had to win a state? And if they were worried about corona, what about the 3 months that these farmers have been agitating on the railway tracks and on the roads? Why? Because they were just Punjab farmers. There was no need to worry about them getting infected with corona. But now, if they come into Haryana peacefully on the highway to reach Delhi, we're very worried about what it will do to Haryana and the people of Delhi. The Punjab is not part of India. Are these farmers,
right,
their lives not precious? Is that the message that the centre is trying to give?
Right. Well, important points raised by you, Harsimrat ji. Everyone has a right to be heard. Of course, India's farmers have a right to protest peacefully. Thank you very much for joining me.